What's up guys, Coach Joe. I'm inside my gym, JNA Fitness, and I just smashed a shoulder workout, pretty beat right now, and I want to take you through the warm-up. I want to take you through the routine because I think a lot of guys are making a couple mistakes when training shoulders. And the first mistake I see is going way too heavy on lateral raises, front raises, rear delts. So when you're training the front, middle, and rear, I think that lighter weights respond better, especially when trying to build muscle and and create nice shoulders. I think you need to tone down the weight a little bit. Sure, if you're an IFBB pro, you might be able to get away with training super heavy on those delts, but for the most of us, you need to lighten up the load a little bit. You should feel a little bit of burn while you're doing some of these exercises. I think another mistake is too many guys are forcing themselves under the barbell for military presses, and I think that the military press is a great exercise. It is a great mass builder. I think it's great for your shoulders, but it's not necessary for building nice shoulders, and I think a lot of guys are forcing themselves underneath. There's 100 different variations you could do for pressing. In this video, I'm going to show you the Arnold press, which is the variation I used, and that might be a little bit more shoulder friendly for you guys. So feel free to mix up your shoulder routine. You do not have to be underneath the barbell doing military presses. And I think one of the other mistakes that guys aren't doing is you're not utilizing carries in your shoulder routine. Farmer's carries or a suitcase carry, offset carries, because I think that they are great shoulder developers, grip developers, and I think they work perfect in a shoulder routine setting, especially as a finisher. So starting with the first part of the warm-up, I always use the foam roller, so I'm just gonna work my upper back with the foam roller. I like to close up my elbows in different positions, open up the scapulas, any knots in there I'll hold for a few seconds and really try to work them out. I'll also do some T-spine mobility work where I arch over the foam roller a couple times in different spots of my vertebrae. It just helps open up my back, and I like to get some of those knots out. From there, I'll utilize a plate, and I will start with that plate overhead raise. It's almost like a clean press where I keep the plate very close to my body and I press it over it. I use the plate again for a bent over row without dropping the plate. I use the plate for a bent over row, and then finally going into a bus driver, which helps get the blood flow, and it gets the core involved a little bit when you do that bus drive. A little squeeze of your belly button helps fire up your core. And then from there, I'll do 3 sets of that, and then from there, I will do 1 set of 30 seconds of push-ups. I think that just helps get the blood flow, and then 30 seconds of seal jacks, and that helps once again mobilize your shoulders and get the blood flow. The first set of exercises, maybe to your surprise, is a band lateral raise. I've been using the bands a little bit more in my workout, so I like to do about 15 reps of band raises, and then I superset that with a rear delt exercise, the face pull. So I'll go back and forth 3 sets, 15 reps a piece, and I will start by getting blood flow to the delts, rear and middle here, before I go into my presses. Now in this video, I am utilizing the Arnold press, and so I've already got the middle and rear delts fired up, so now I'm ready to work the front delts, and this Arnold press variation with the dumbbells is great. Your palms are facing you, you're spinning, pressing straight up in the air. You don't need to go super heavy. Here I'm doing sets of 12. My feet are grounded, my abs are slightly pulled in. I do not have the back up on this particular bench, so I am just trying to press the weight up and control it on the way down without letting the weight just drop right down. I am trying to control the eccentric movement on the way down of the Arnold press. From there, I'm gonna take it to another rear delt variation, this time with dumbbells. And if you look at the dumbbells, they're not heavy. They're 12.5 pounds. They might have been 15s, but 12.5 to 15-pound dumbbells. Pinkies are going up for this rear delt variation. And you're getting a little, scapular retraction, but you're concentrating on squeezing that rear delt. You don't want to just focus on the contraction of your shoulder blades because you'll miss the rear delt part. So you're trying to open up your back, a little squeeze in the shoulder blades, but a lot of contraction in the rear delt, and then taking it to these hip huggers with the barbell. I love these. Do not load up a ton of weight on the barbell. Once again, you don't need a lot of weight for this, and it is halfway between a clean grip and then like a close grip. So you're a little bit wider than a bench press grip on the bar, and then you are shrugging the weight and just slightly bending those elbows and just pulling straight up. So the bar stays nice and close to you. I love those hip huggers. I think I did 3 sets back and forth. Same thing of around that 12 to 15 rep range. And then here comes the farmer's walks. And so I loaded up a nice set of 70-pound dumbbells. I've been doing these lately for time. So 40 seconds worth, you pick up the dumbbells, you walk around for 40 seconds worth, 2 to 3 sets should do it. I always do a set of shrugs on my last set, no matter what the weight is or how heavy it is. I just try to crank out a couple shrugs, and that kind of, you know, that designates the end of the workout. So remember, not too heavy on the front, middle, rear delts. Don't go too heavy. Don't force yourself into any barbell movements that don't feel good for your shoulders. If you feel like your shoulders are grinding up and down, then you should maybe choose a dumbbell variation, and then always try to throw a carry in. And I love to do them as a finisher. Lately, I've been loving to do them for time. It's been helping finish off the workout and give a great pump at the end. Give the workout a try. I'm gonna get back to training some people here at JNA Fitness, and we'll check you out next time.